What's up, y'all? As you can see behind me, out here at the range again, and as you can see in front of me, you know what's going on here. Got our jelly contraption set up, got a chrono, got 2 blocks of gel. We've done 1 gel test on it already. These were our 380 hollow points. If y'all hadn't seen that one, I'll leave a link up above. Go check that out. It's pretty interesting. And what we're doing this time is something kind of along the same lines, but we're going to do a 380 versus a 9mm. And we're going to use full metal jacket on this. So what I'm using today, as far as the tools here, we got the 380 Shield EZ Performance Center version, and we got the 9mm Shield EZ, just the non-performance center. So very little differences in this. Now this barrel length on this 380 is 1/8 of an inch longer. This non-performance center is 3.5. The performance center is 3 5/8. So just 1/8 of an inch longer. So it's a pretty doggone fair test. Other than that, the internals and everything on these weapons are exactly the same. So should be a really fair test, just with the different calibers. Like I say, I'm doing FMJ today. I may do some hollow points later between them, but we've already seen what a 380 hollow point and a 9 will do. So I figure we'll compare these FMJs to see if you were using FMJ for defensive type purposes, you know, is there a huge difference in a 380 versus the 9? So what we got here today, I got as close as I could on the ammo. I've got some 9mm full metal jacket, 115 grain, and the 380 is 100 grain. So pretty close on without me loading up 115s into 380, but you know, then it would kind of be a little heavy for a 380 unless you had a pretty hot charge in it. But this is kind of typical for a heavier 380. 100 full metal jacket and 115-9 is obviously typical. So we're going to test these two out. Should be interesting to see what we get here today. What do y'all think before we see this? You think you're going to get a big difference in penetration on that 9, or you think it's going to be close to the same? Let me know in the comments. So let me get all this stuff out of the way and get it set up, and we'll get at it. Alright, as always, we're going to start out by getting the speed on these things. I'm going to go ahead and run 5 through each of them since they're just full metal jackets. I ain't worried about some real expensive ammo slinging down range. So we're going to start out with the 380. We're going to, again, it's the SIG Elite Performance 100 grain full metal jacket 380. So I'm going to get a 5-shot average on it, y'all. Let's see what we get. .843. 833, 838, 868, and 873. So let's go see what the average on the 380 was. Alright, so the 5-shot average on the 380 full metal jacket was 851 feet per second. So let me get this reset and we'll check out the 9. Alright, here we go. The 9mm, 115 grain Aguila full metal jacket. We're going to do a 5-round average on these also. Let's see what we get, y'all. .1096, 1109, 1122, 1116. Oh, got an error on that. Another error. I think that was a duplicate there. Let me check out and see if we got 4 or 5 on that. Alright, that was only 4. I don't know, it didn't pick up them last couple shots for whatever reason. Let's get that 5th one. Getting a little, the light's getting a little weird. That may be what's going on with us, but let's see what we get here, y'all. There we go, we got the 5th one, 1113 on that. Let's see what that 5-round average was. Alright, so the 5-round average on the 9mm full metal jacket was 1,111, so 1111, and if you remember on the 380, it was 851, so we're talking about 160 feet per second slower, that 380 is, so that's pretty significant. That's over 10-15% slower, so be interesting to see what kind of results we get in the gel. So let me get all this stuff out of the way, y'all know what time it is. Alright y'all, once again, it's jelly time. We're going to start out with the 380. We got the 100 grain SIG Elite full metal jacket. So let's see what we can get, y'all. I'm going to try to put it over to the left of where I tested those hollow points in the other video. Hopefully we stay in the block and don't curve out. Here we go, y'all. I think I went below, a little bit lower than what I wanted. Hopefully it didn't go out the bottom. Let's go see what happened. That was unexpected. I had y'all up close because I didn't expect a whole lot of penetration, but that thing went, man. I'll show y'all after we're done here, but it almost cleared both blocks, y'all, to 380. So let's see what this 9 will do, this 115 grain 9. It may go clear out the other side. It didn't when we tested 9 before, though, but we'll see what happens, y'all. 115 grain, 9mm Aguila, full metal jacket. Let's see what we get. I'm going to try to put this one up a little higher, hopefully. That's good enough. It went a little bit higher and over to the left, so we can work with that. Let's go up there and let's see what we got. All right, y'all. We're looking at the bottom too. I'm having to back you up so you can even get the whole wound channel in your picture, but we're looking at the bottom 2 tracks. The very bottom one is the 380. The one right above that is the 9mm with this big splash of wound channel here and then curves up. So like I say, the very bottom is 380. It curves down, as you can see, and has a little wound here. It ends up way down here in the second block. The 9 is way down here in the second block. So wound channel wise, right in here looked about the same. The 9 started growing a little bit here. The 380 had a little bit more here. Overall, just looking at it, there's not a whole lot of difference. Well, I take that back. There is a good bit of difference. The 9 definitely has more wound channel in it. But that being said, the 9 didn't travel as far, and they both stayed straight on. There was no tumbling whatsoever. So this is very, very interesting, y'all. Honestly, I did not expect that 380 to go even close to that far. I'll just be honest. I did not expect it to go that far. That's pretty impressive out of a 380 to get that much penetration. But let me show y'all a view from above. You might see a little better. All right, you're looking here from above. This far left one is the 9mm. This one here is the 380. So as you can see, the wound channels start looking about the same, but then right about in here, the 9's got much wider and it stays pretty wide. The 380 widens out some, but definitely not as much as the 9, you can obviously see. So like I say, left is 9mm, it keeps on trucking. Now the 380 did some kind of little something with the wound action there. It may just be the gel, may be the actual wound, who knows. The 9 stops right there. The 380 kept going. I mean, it almost went out of the other block of gel, y'all. I mean, that thing was trucking, buddy. I mean, it was trucking. That's pretty impressive and pretty surprising, to be honest. I really did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. I'll pull the projectiles, but there's really nothing to see, but I'll pull them out and we'll look at them. All right, y'all, just about forgot to measure the doggone penetration. Let's see what we got. I pulled the bullets, but that's good because I know exactly where they are. They can still see it. So 26 inches on the 9mm, on the 380, 29 inches. 29 inches of penetration from that 380 versus 26 on the 9mm. So the 380 went 3 inches further. All right, as far as the projectiles, not much of nothing to see here. They're completely intact, both of them, no deformation whatsoever. They look exactly like they did. Now, something I did neglect to mention, and this may have been the difference, is the 380s are flat point full metal jackets, or flat nose, and the 9mm are round nose full metal jacket. Do y'all think maybe that's a difference in penetration? I'm curious. I don't know. Y'all tell me. What do you think about that? Because that's pretty interesting that the 380. Now, granted, it is lighter, but you know, as we've seen, lighter's not always meaning more penetration, because this was moving a significant amount faster. So I'm very curious. What do y'all think about that? You think the flat points are causing more penetration? If so, maybe I need to do a flat point 9 versus a round 9. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think about that. All right, y'all, another very interesting one in the books. I'll be honest, I did not expect these results at all. I came into this honestly wondering how much further the 9 was going to go than the 380. I would have never imagined that the 380 would out-penetrate this 9 by 3 inches. I mean, it cooked it on through there. And again, I'm wondering if it's because it's a flat point. I'm really curious. What do y'all think about that? Leave me some comments down in the description if you have any experience with that. Do you think that might be it? If so, I'll do a 9mm round nose versus flat nose just to see if we can recreate this with the same caliber. I'm very interested in that. But this was, like I say, totally unexpected, totally unexpected. That little 380 was smoking through there, man. It got nice penetration. Now, some might say that's over penetration, but for a 380, I think I would err on the side of more penetration than not, because I mean, you just never know with the 380 what you're going to be going through, and with that decreased foot-pounds of energy out of that stuff, you know, the gel is not a one-to-one representation of a living target, so you never know. I would rather have more penetration than less when you're talking about 380, without a doubt. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Again, if you enjoyed the video, like always, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because we got a lot of interesting stuff to come. This was a good one here, and I got plenty more ideas for some cool stuff. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it when I upload this stuff, and I really appreciate that. Check my Amazon affiliate storefront link down in the description, like I always ask you. If you shop through Amazon anyway, click that link first. Do your shopping through Amazon like normal. Don't cost you any extra money whatsoever, any extra time, and anything you buy through Amazon after going through that link first, we get a kickback from Amazon towards the channel. So I greatly appreciate that. Thank y'all for doing that. Appreciate all my Range Gang members, like I always tell you, for hitting that join button down below. That helps the channel out a lot. I really appreciate that. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all who watches my videos, who hits that thumbs up, who subscribes, and leave me comments down below. I really like reading y'all's comments. I really enjoy that. So make sure you leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about this, and what do you think about the idea of the flat nose versus round nose. Do you think that's what made the difference there? And again, like I say, I got a bunch more stuff to come, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.